too. This is
Looks like it had a. Yeah.
These are my ask letters that I send out. I'm trying to get a school bus or something donated to me so I can make it a training, a mobile training class.
Where'd you get these sheets?
These are the comments I printed out from my website, and then I'll go acknowledge the comment and make a conversation about it. And I print them out at the library.
Oh, there you are.
I wouldn't have it no other way.
What a beautiful photograph.
Yeah. So I do Google myself too, and I showed up many places, Trucking with V, yeah, and I appreciate the ladies I come to meet, and I have information for you, and with me, and I've always been, I'm a research project, so if I'm living it, breathing it, eating it, shitting it, you're doing it with me, and I care about your struggle too, ladies, but I need you to see your worth first.
We care about her.
Yeah.
We care about Trucking with V.
And I ain't gonna that's all I do. Yeah, hey, y'all should have seen my video, Marketing on a Budget. We did that, didn't we?
It was awesome.
We did that.
What a blessing to be a part of the parade.
Marketing on a Budget. It was really awesome. It was really great.
November 24th.
Yeah. Angie, how's your spirit? You got to go to the mall yesterday.
Oh, I loved that. I loved it. It was nice weather. It wasn't too crowded at all.
That's great. I bet you it's a mess today.
Well, I thought that would be yesterday because they had Black Friday.
Look, that was
It was
great.
so cool.
I can run to the store.
Now, you good, baby?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you
Y'all
good.
good?
We good, baby. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it was nice to get out. Plus I was learning the transit system still.
There you go.
So I got the number 7, which was the first time I've gotten that one. That was on my list to take that route. You know, to see where I change, see where I come back.
So what have you learned about the transit system
Well, so
here
far,
in Charlotte?
Yeah, everything, the transit system is the heart of everything. You always end up going back there to get on another train, bus. So like the number 7 goes this way because it's going to the transit, but it doesn't go that way. So you get another bus here that'll take you to a number 7 bus stop.
Okay.
So that was
That's
good.
if you're going
To the
towards.
mall area.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
you could take the you could take it to the transit station and then come all the way back. I didn't want to do that.
Okay. How was it getting to the mall yesterday?
It was good. Yeah, we didn't
Was
have a lot.
the
Is
bus
it an
crowded?
application?
No, empty.
Is there a bus application for your phone?
Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I had to think about it.
Yes or no, baby?
I
You
put 'em
teaching
on.
me.
I put them on, but I didn't look at them because I went to the actual station. And I got the
It's gone.
the schedule. I got the schedule for the buses that I wanted, and it gives the times, destination. I guess I like to feel that paper in my hand and not the app. I didn't like it. Didn't understand it.
It's probably something to get used to,
Yeah,
just
it's
like
new.
everything else,
Yeah.
Angie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to ride the bus. I'm too country for that. Yeah.
That's the first time I've rode a bus in this country, and
Plus
I've been
you've
here
got your
almost
truck.
30 years. Those were the first times. I've always had a car. It's fine.
Yeah, the struggle's real,
Just
baby.
reminded me of when I was younger in England. Bus is about the same. Drivers are really nice. The drivers are really nice. The women and the men. I mean, I think they know that the women here are at the shelter, so they won't even take their tickets.
Really?
So you can use it for another ride somewhere else.
Who, babe?
What does she want?
Hold on. Let me get you.
Keep talking if you want.
I'm good.
Because it's on.
Yeah, I forgot she was recording. No, that's what I was saying about the transit system. It's new to me, so I'm learning it. I'm learning where I can get them, and I've got to learn more of the street things because I don't know.
Right, and once you've got it down, it's easy. It's easy
Right.
peasy. Could be exactly for the reason you said. There's a hub, and everything comes back to the hub.
Right.
And then you can switch
Yeah.
and take another, take the same back,
Exactly.
you know.
It's right there at the transit system.
And the other word on the street is that they're expanding their transit up into Concord. Because now it goes as far out as University City, where UNC is, University of Charlotte, North Carolina, in the triangle there. But they are, and like Galveston, on the other side of the airport, this part of town, they're really seriously endeavoring building the transit out, all the way up to Concord, out to Galveston, out
That far
a better transit to Matthews,
Yeah.
Mint Hill,
Yeah, I saw Matthews on there.
Pineville, all those. It's a lot of beautiful neighborhoods just south of Noda, west of Newell, and then you've got Plainville and right up to 85, 485. And they've already started up to Concord. And
I didn't know that.
And that's another thing, the international North Carolina International Airport.
I'm back. I'm with you, lady. What we talking about?
We were just finishing up on transit.
You made a beautiful list. You're gonna have to show that to the people so they can see it. It's a lot of
Forgot what I
information,
started to
baby.
write here. True.
You know you about 3 weeks ahead of the game, right? Just coming in here. You been here a week,
3.
3 weeks. Oh,
And
you
ain't
was
nobody
in that other,
talked me shit.
but that you was in another area. You've been in our area. You've been in Pod 5. What?
Week and a half. Week. Yeah, let's say a week.
Yeah, you're feeling your roots. Bitches are bitches.
Sure.
We all bitches. We got it in us. You're doing great though, you know. It came in on a little, but you had been through a lot, so it's good. So
Yeah.
run us down. Show us your list.
So, but we're
My baby.
get that pink cup out of my nose.
Sorry, love.
Let me come on this.
So what we're discussing today
Right here.
through V, whose nonprofit organization is Trucking with V. Further interest, truckingwithv.com. And she's calling her program this morning, Coordinate Entry for Salvation Army Center of Hope. We emphasize finding our own hope, building up our own hope, being accountable, lifting each other up, getting to know the system and how to get out of here. That's the premise for her Coordinate Entry for Salvation Army Center of Hope. When you do arrive, you are supposed to receive a paper, of which is entitled Coordinate Care Paper, that is written on it. There is a telephone number on it. We're encouraging you to put that into your phone. The telephone number is 704, that's an area code for Charlotte. The rest of the number is 284-9665. Again, that's 704-284-9665. On that piece of paper, you'll take that number, put it into your phone, and then you will call every single morning at 8 a.m. and you will be asking for a bed. You will be thanking if a meal has come out to you on one of the benches, even to the extent of thanking them here for allowing one of their parking spaces in their parking lot to avail you to be able to get out of the elements and hopefully some sleep for one or more night if it's necessary before you do get that bed. But make sure you're making that phone call every single morning and acknowledging them for what they have done for you, even if it is not yet having assigned you a bed. And there's also a program which is very viable and very uplifting and really connects you to the community And the name of that program is Running Works. And I'm sure you're going to be able to find out more about how to get involved with that on this video when V does specifically address that. After about 3 weeks, if you ask, you will be offered a gas card. There's a very important individual here in the Salvation Army facility to ask for. Her name is Tatiana, Tatiana. And when you do speak to her, you're speaking to her specifically for one reason. You are to ask her, I need, or tell her, not ask her, I need to speak with the social worker intern. I know that they are here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays between the hours of 10 to 3, and you want to see one. If you make an appointment on Friday, although their interns are not here on Friday, you make an appointment on Friday to meet with one first thing on Tuesday. Get that appointment made, and when you do get that appointment made from personal experience, I advise you to get the name of the person that you are going to be speaking with, the name of the social worker intern that you will be meeting with. And
I'm going to interrupt for 1 minute. You do not get that choice. An intern will see you.
no,
but
I'm
you
not
don't
asking
know
them to
what-
get a choice.
Yeah.
I'm asking them to get a name so that when you get upstairs,
Well, you're
somebody-
consistently wanting to put this social worker in here. It's just called the intern list.
right,
If you say social worker intern, we have social worker interns here that have been hired.
right.
We have students here that
Yeah.
see us on a intern list. So them two have to be switched around.
The
but-
intern list. You're asking, when you speak to Tatiana, you are specifically asking for the intern list. You want to be put on the intern list. You need an appointment to speak with an intern. Yes, the social workers have been hired, additional ones, and that is to help them with their schoolwork. A lot of them are graduating soon. I know of one, for example, who's leaving December 2nd. Unfortunate, she's wonderful. However, this is part of their educational requirements, and please keep that in mind. Therefore, ask for the intern list. You simply will not get notified of having a case manager for 3 months, 3 solid months. So instead of sitting around waiting for
Sorry,
3
love.
months for magic to knock on your door, which it's not. There's nobody coming up and
Where you
knocking on
going,
your
love?
door or window or
You got
whispering in your
cookies?
ear or leaving a message on your phone.
I will say.
They hardly have our telephone numbers, our cell phones. There's a woman here whose name is Louise Farrell. Very slight woman, dark hair, about to the shoulders. She is one position below the director of this Salvation Army facility. There's a wonderful, fabulous program that is called Access 21. It has to do with telecommunications, the major of communications, camera work, television camera work, spacing, everything that goes into that. There's a resource guide. It's extremely important. It is an 8 by 11 by 11 piece of paper, folded in half. It's black and white, printed out, and it's absolutely 4 pages of resources with telephone numbers, addresses, and you are responsible for obtaining that and looking through it.
It's at the library.
And it's also at the library.
That's where I got mine.
Which library?
You're not going to get it from here.
I did get mine from here.
Betty's Ford Road.
Betty's Ford Library, Billy Graham Library, which is just walking distance from here. That resource guide is invaluable. It's just 4 pages of a listing of resources, and it categorizes the listing with a key. Is it a financial resource? Is it an educational resource? Is it a housing resource? You'll see the key up at the top of that guide, and it will be very, very helpful. There's a program called the Charlotte Area Fund that is a handout that has been written up. V does have a copy of it, and what she's stressing primarily is that they're looking for you to go back to school. There's also the organization many have heard of, Vocational Rehab. Vocational Rehab apparently has a tremendous number of resources that they do not make avail to you verbally. Very highly recommend you get the Vocational Rehab handout. There's so much that they have been able to help V with that has nothing to do with going back to work. V has her work. V has her nonprofit. It's very well established. She's on YouTube. She's on IG. She's on TikTok. You can find her very easily. And that's my highest recommendation of all, is find V on social media and let her help you, lift you up. Really, we're here to help and lift up other people who are in this situation. It's dire. It's not the end of the world. It's a blip in time, literally, and we're gonna smash it. We're gonna deal with it. We're gonna get out of here. To our reality, not theirs. There's a reality they want for us, and we feel it violates our spirits. You do need to get a letter of residency. That letter of residency will be to whatever Salvation Army location you are in. It will be that street address, and you will be obtaining that letter from the Salvation Army. Not going to a post office for a letter of residency. That's not the letter of residency we're talking about. They cannot speak to. Salvation Army will give you your Salvation Army letter of residence. You also should ask to receive a Salvation Army specific ID that you're going to need to take with you to help you, and along with the letter of residency to obtain or apply for some of the resources that we're talking about. And there are many, many more that I'm sure we'll touch on. Now, as far as the United States Postal Service, a federal organization, governmentally funded, run, you do need to make a trip to a United States Postal Service or get on their website, USPS.com. You will find several different links where you can legally change your address. They will also send you a letter of confirmation that your address change is in effect. It is extraordinarily important that you make a copy of it. Keep the original that they send you, make a copy or more than one copy of that. You will need that if you should need to go to the DMV. Get a state ID. That's another thing you're going to need to do. That is not overline. You do need to show up with 3 pieces of federal documentation, and you will find the list of documentations that they allow you to bring, one of which needs most hopefully to be a picture ID, and if it's not, I had to pay $80 to get my birth certificate all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, and they overnighted it, and that's what cost the most, is because they overnighted it. But I needed it.
That online?
You can order that online, and you can order that online. And if you choose to have it expedited, as I said, I did so for myself out of necessity. I had to get to the DMV the next morning, and it was there. It arrived. And I was able to get to the DMV. Therefore, and that was the only reason I was able to get a state ID. I brought a current bank statement, cannot be more than 60 days old. Not more than 60 days old, a bank statement. You can have that downloaded from your bank to your email. The DMV will accept that. It has all your qualifying identifiers. A lot of what we're talking about are labeled qualifying identifiers. I personally brought my birth certificate that had been sent down to me, expedited from Boston. I brought my bank statement, and I brought my social security card, and I was out of there in 5 minutes flat. I suggest you do go early in the morning, but they do want that portion of it done in person. When you are obtaining your state ID or your new driver's license, or going through a driver's test, whatever it is that you're doing at the DMV, when you get that final piece of plastic and walk out the door with it, beforehand, in requesting it, or requesting it online, as I did, you must request what is called a real ID. Many of you know it as the gold star up in the corner. Some people refer to it as the current day passport. Bottom line is this: it is something, that gold star,
You good,
whether
babe?
it's a state ID,
Happy holidays, love.
non-driver's
Thank you.
ID, a driver's license, that gold star is going to be mandated, required. They've already extended the deadline. The requirement for that is May 3rd of 2023 is the deadline that you can have that. And by then, at that time, you will not be able to get on a bus, Greyhound, for example, or any airline, go to any airport, purchase any airline ticket, get on that board. You can't get your boarding pass without that ID, of which is picture.
And
Now
the
we're at the
star
point of needing
she's
picture.
talking about is, can you see it?
Big Brother's watching, and that's one of the ways. But there is a deadline. It's May 3rd, 2023. You've got your letter of residency. We've talked about your Salvation Army ID, both of which will be given to you issued to you by the Salvation Army that you are staying in. Might not necessarily be this one. We know that this is going to be a large outreach to many, many people in faraway places. But we're all close in heart and lifting each other up.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most important thing to remember.
Yeah, I would love for, not to cut you off, love, and I do appreciate all of this that you're giving us, and I want the rest of it. Renee Christopher,
I would just
had
like to
this
end by
structure.
saying the last thing. Please, whether you have a vehicle or not, learn your bus system, learn your CAT system. That's spelled CAT. That's for disabled people. They offer other
Charlotte
services.
Area Transit.
Charlotte Area Transit. Get to know that. Find out. Just Google it and you'll get the telephone number. And learn your light rail transit. Because
it's
all three are interconnected and they end up back at one hub. That's the most beautiful thing about this Charlotte transit system and the way it works. You come back to a hub, you get on a different line, different number, a bus, not a light rail. It all turns you back around to the hub, of which is in Uptown. And Uptown is where it's at. Lots of beautiful things to see.
I know all them pictures you took at the parade. You enjoyed the parade.
I loved it.
I
Where's your
really
pen?
thank you, love. I really enjoyed the parade. You going?
Well, I'm getting kind of chilly. I would put it, if I come back out, I'm going to put in I'm going to get water and put in my great
I'm gonna be right here, baby, talking for a couple minutes. No, you did great. That's my engineer, Melody. Awesome. I don't know why she walked away, but you know we all have our things. But she'll be back out.
I'm getting my jacket and some water.
Okay, love. She'll be back out, and I hope you got a lot of great information from that. I hope you never have to be homeless in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't wish it on nobody, but I am trucking with V, and right now I'm living, breathing, eating, shitting homelessness. So let's see what we can create for ourselves, and anything I learn, I'm going to give you back. Shout outs to Day and Charles Bundy and Left Lane with Lefty and Renee Christopher. Happy holidays, Barb Dearner. Happy holidays, Kim. Oh, I got so many I could just holler and holler and holler and holler and holler. Happy holidays, y'all. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share. I am trucking with V, and until next time, 10-4.